There's one tiny detail I would like to point out for those who are interested in it, and that is now how to also break up line work or line weight into different layers. So let me hide this. Okay. Well, actually, by the way, we should call this one title or text there. Okay, so very good. And there we have these very thin lines. And in the previous video, when we try to adjust all these lines, we we can select all lines on a layer, but it selects also these two thin lines, also the lines which are thin. So what I can do now is I can select those, go to this layer, make a new layer for the moment, select this. Oh, here. So this is the active layer now. Zip. Bring this over, and here's the cool thing. You see when I go onto this layer 2, plonk, it moved it onto that layer. It's ridiculously cool. We just have to go back to this layer, plonk, and it makes it layer also active at the same time. Oh, nope. Here we have to ungroup. Plonk. Properly here too, yeah. Plonk. And now here we have there these two elements, plonk. I could have shown this at the beginning, I just forgot about it. And maybe it's also good I bring this up into a video afterwards. So things are not too crazy. Oh, no, actually I realize, hey, this is actually the wrong tool. So bring this over. This should be a nice and thin line. Suck. There. This is better. So now it's actually very easy because as you can see, everything is separated to theme everything more. So this is actually, we can call this tangent lines. So they describe where flat and round surfaces are. So see here, this is flat, this is round, round. And now if I want the tangent lines to be hidden, okay, I can do it this way. Or if I want all the outlines, so all this to be a different tool, I simply select everything and then say here, you all be marker, or yeah, text doesn't really work. And then you see I'm flipping between the different tools. You get this idea how easy then that is. So this is maybe one element also to think about at one point when you start drawing. How do you adjust the hierarchy? You don't want to have 40 layers, so oh, you can, but you scroll really a lot. So in here, what do we have? Image, marker, fill, veneer. Nah, so it has already a lot there. We can either break things down into individual tools. So for example, I have my pen layer, I have my veneer layer, which is one tool, and then I have my tangent lines, which is one tool. Or because, as you can see, tangent and veneer lines are they're not really touching. I keep them in one layer because if I want to select all the tangent lines, I can easily do it this way. I can even group those, lock them. Okay, ignore locked. Now I can select, I could go here to veneer. Now you see it selects all the veneer parts. Currently I have the selection only active, so now I select all. Now I select everything over it, and you see the tangent lines are ignored. If I would go back, include locked, unlock this, and there, and select all this. This all moves. So it's just a matter of you to decide how do you want to structure your drawing, particularly for interior spaces, elevation views, etc. Do we break this down into tools? Do we break this down into objects? How you do it is really up to you to decide, but I thought this would be very good to point out so you have an understanding of how something like this can have an impact on making adjusting everything easier or actually more complicated.